Hi everyone. Today I'm going over the top 10 exercises that you should avoid. Those exercises are overrated, they are dangerous, they are stupid, and they don't build muscle. So, let's start our list. Number 1 is every exercise using BOSU ball for balance. I'm talking about every exercise, biceps curl, lateral raises, you name it, where you're on a BOSU ball balancing yourself while performing the exercise. It's stupid to do this exercise, because why risk injuries doing those kind of exercise? Instead, use the right form while executing those exercises, focusing on time under tension and progressive overload. Number 2 is deep squat. You don't need to go that deep on the squat. You have to come down up to 90 degrees. Also, not everyone has the right anatomy to go that deep on the squat. So if you force yourself going deep down, you risk getting injured. So, go down up to 90 degrees. But if you feel any kind of pain or discomfort, go down as much as you can. It's better to go down to 45 degrees than don't do any kind of squat. Number 3 is side bends. Not only this exercise can be dangerous to the lower back, it's also going to thicken your waist because you're building too much your obliques, while instead everyone is looking to have a thin waist in order to get that V-looks that you love. Side bends is not going to give you the six-pack that you want, especially with heavier weights. It's even more dangerous. It's simply an exercise we shouldn't be doing anymore. Number 4 is front raises. These need to stop. Your anterior delt is already overdeveloped. It's worked when you bench press. You don't need to do more exercise for your anterior delt. Instead, focus on building your lateral delt with lateral raises, and especially your rear delt, a muscle that the most part of lifters forget to work out. So, for your rear delt, start doing bent over lateral raises. In this way, you're getting the massive look on your shoulder, and also it will help correct posture problems because you're balancing your muscle. The reasons I think people keep doing front raises is because it looks cool in the gym. You lift the dumbbell up, and you can see the muscles flexing in the mirror. Number 5. Narrow grip upright rows. This can lead to shoulder impairment and is simply not an exercise you should be doing. It carries too great a risk of shoulder injury. However, if you want to do this exercise, then use a wider grip to make it safer. Also, you should raise your hands up to the top of your chest, not higher. You don't need to go up to your chin. Number 6 is external rotations with dumbbells. You're not working against gravity. It doesn't make sense to do them with a dumbbell. It would be like using dumbbell to perform a chest press or flies while standing up. You can't work your pec. To perform correctly those exercises, you need cable or bands to get actual resistance. So stop doing this stupid exercise. Number 7. Behind the neck pull downs. This is another old school exercise that's been proven to not be as effective as pulling to the front. Not only is it more likely to cause injury to the rotator cuff, it's also harder to lift as much weight while lifting behind the neck. So when doing pull downs, pull to the front and pause at the bottom, squeeze the muscle and then go up. Number 8 is similar to the last one. Behind the neck shoulder press. This is another dangerous old school exercise. First, most people do not have the shoulder flexibility required to do this exercise effectively. So they wind up sticking their necks and they just increase the risk of injuries. Instead, do overhead press with the weight in front of you. Number 9. Back extension is an exercise performed by power lifters to strengthen the lower back. However, for most people, you can simply end up hurting your lower back loading up a bunch of weight on your back and then leaning forward and then standing upright. If you want to hurt your back, this is a good method. It places a lot of force on the lower back when bending forward, and if you go too heavy, you're very likely to get injured. It's simply not as safe and effective. Last one is full sit-ups. Like exercise number 9, it places too much pressure on the lower back and you risk of ending up with back pain. Instead, it's better to do crunches. Simple crunches will be enough to work your core. Here you have it, the top 10 exercises you should avoid. Hope you like the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share it with your friends. See you on the next one.